Y'all, what up? One more time, y'all. Back to back to back to back. So much in mind. Thankful for thoughts. Alright, on this one, I want to talk about a concept that is often used. And it kind of double up with another thing that we see that happens often. Alright, before I even get into this particular concept, I want to say one thing. Alright, a lot of people and no offense, no offense, but it's going to come up at some point, so it's worth mentioning. Many times people in the black conscious community will say, you know, oh, the Bible, that's the white man book, and that's the oppressor, that's the book of the oppressor, and stuff like that. One thing to consider, many things can be used for freedom or for oppression. For instance, the same gun that could be used to protect your house could be the same gun used to rob a bank. It's all in the intent behind it. That said, man, I think the Bible is a very powerful book, and there's a lot that could be learned from it. The same way that the slave owners were able to read that Bible to the slaves and tell them what they wanted from it, was the same way that the slaves eventually ended up getting together and finding the understanding for themselves and saying it was actually a book of liberation, freedom, and peace. I don't think the Underground Railroad, that really would have worked if it wasn't for Negro spirituals in the Bible. So while we slam, while some, once again, man, no offense to y'all, but just something to consider. While it's often slam, the Bible, there's two sides to it. Many things can be used for good or bad. The same water that you can give somebody for thirst could be the same water that you drown somebody in. Or choke them with, or, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, though, getting way off topic. The thing I wanted to talk about this one is come as a child. And I ain't trying to take it out of context, but I truly feel like the Bible, in many ways, man, just like creation itself, it's metaphors. So many layers. So many layers. The thing to consider on this one, and I'm gonna have to go back and actually read this passage so I'll see more of the context. You know what I'm saying? But this is something to consider. You throw the baby out with the bathwater. I wouldn't encourage that. Baby might not like that too much. But pretty much, if you don't like the way it's presented, at least just kind of try to I hope something can be gotten out of the message. Alright, come as a child. Now, oftentimes, we would say that this is being submissive. And that's an aspect to it. Children look up to authoritative type figures. They look for leadership and guidance, for understanding, and that's an aspect to it. But another thing to consider about children, along with purity and, their humility with the purity. And part of that purity, man, that's a word that is often, I don't know. I don't think we consider purity in the other ways it could be considered. Of course, you would want to say something that's not tampered with. But along with something that's not tampered with, not diluted. You know what I'm saying? The essence is still there, bro. Praise God, bro. The essence is still there. Pretty much come as a child. Oftentimes, we're told don't question God. And I understand what people mean by that sometimes. Because sometimes people are saying don't question how God does things. Which is twofold. Okay, if questioning God means thinking that you just know the better way, that probably isn't gonna be a very productive viewpoint. But if questioning God is in admitting that you don't understand, that you don't have all the answers, and seeking God, that might be productive. Because think about children, man. Children don't know all the answers. You know, they don't. They know they don't know all the answers. So they ask a lot of questions. Blind faith, man, I don't think this is really going to be productive to us. We got to come as children. I don't think it's nothing wrong with asking God as long as we still seeking God. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's wrong in questioning our faith sometimes. Trying to find more understanding in it. That's the thing. When we ask questions, we seek an understanding. And if we not saying the question the truth as in trying to deny the truth, but trying to seek more understanding in how we view the truth, I suppose. I think I'm done with this one. Wrap it up. To wrap it up, though. Come as a child. Children ask questions. Seeking God. Seeking answers. Seeking truth. Peace.